September 1987. Just another September in California. Working in the Air Force, reading a few books. Not much this month. So book number one, we're just going to jump right in to book number one. And hopefully the volume problems are fixed. Because I reset the microphone on the computer. So book number one is Poor Folk. Let me start that over. Poor Folk and the Gambler by Dostoevsky. I'm not going to try to pronounce his first name, but everybody knows who Dostoevsky is, right? I don't have to go into detail. So this was a book containing both of these short novels from what I read moments ago. Poor Folk. It's difficult for me to say that quickly. Poor Folk was his first novel. And it's told in a series of letters. I had to look that up too. I don't remember anything about this book. But Poor Folk is told in a series of letters. And you got a couple characters sending letters back and forth. And apparently they're both poor. The Gambler is, according to what I read, his last short novel. And it does not take place in Russia. It takes place in Germany. Told in first person. It's about a gambler. What else is there? This is my first foray into Russian literature. And I like Dostoevsky. I like him better than Tolstoy. As we go through these months and years of reading, you'll see one or two more by Dostoevsky. I think there's only one Tolstoy in here. I just found Tolstoy a little too dry. Dostoevsky, not exactly, writing with a spring in his step, but I found it more readable than the Tolstoy. Anyway, let's move on to book number two, which is Veil of the Vole by Piers Anthony. It's a Xanth book. I'm going to look at my notes here because I do not remember. The main character in this one is Esk, who is part ogre, part nymph, part human, apparently. He's going to the good magician Humphrey because he needs help with a demon that's trying to seduce him. Something, I don't know. But this leads to greater and greater adventures. He and some companions, a winged centaur and a burrower, go on an adventure to stop a demon horde from invading Xanth, I suppose. I don't know why this one popped up. If you've been following, I haven't read a lot of Piers Anthony. That was back in the before times. Maybe I just was in the mood, see if I still dug his stuff. So book number three is Cold Death by Kenneth Robeson. It's a Doc Savage novel. Doc Savage is facing someone named Var, V-A-R, who has some sort of cold light that kills people. And it's a Doc Savage pulp adventure. I don't have a copy of it, or I'd be showing it to you right now. But book number 4, our final book, I do have a copy of. It is The Crime Cult by Maxwell Grant. It is The Shadow. I love these covers. I believe that's a Steranko. Yes, I can barely make out the name there at the bottom. I don't even know if you can see that, but Jim Steranko of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. fame, with psychedelic covers on those old Nick Fury books. But The Shadow. He did a lot of these covers. I love them, bright, colorful, pulpy. And in this particular story, people are being murdered with a dime-sized burn mark on their forehead and an almost invisible white line on their throat. And, of course, the police are baffled. Sounds like the perfect case for the Shadow, but the Shadow is missing. Oh, my God. What's going to happen? I don't know, because I read this in 1987. And even though I own it, I have not reread it since then. I will at some point. But dig those covers. That's it. This is possibly one of my shortest videos. for the reading Remembrances, because 4 books, that's it. But we got some Dostoevsky in there. Come on, you got to give me credit for that. As for the rest, I mean, I went from Russian literature to goofy fantasy to pulp fiction. Well, can't say I'm not eclectic in my reading tastes. All right, well, next month, 1 book. That's it. But to keep the video from being 30 seconds long, I have a little tale to tell. Oh yeah. October. Yeah, I got a story for you next week to supplement the 1 book that I'll talk about. And I don't even know if I have a copy of it. I haven't looked yet. But that's it. All right, so that's Reading Remembrances for September 1987. 4 books. Slow month. Again, I'm probably out there in California having a good time. I don't know. But that's all I've got. So until next time, read more books.